So I just posted some clips of former football players and professional NFL analysts talking about Eli Manning and how his deficiencies. Now, of course, you can find other tapes where people are saying the opposite, but most people arguing against what I say are blaming the offensive line. That's all they say. Oh, you got to protect him. He has no line. Nobody is saying, oh, Eli's nice. He's just flat out nice. Nobody's saying that. They're all saying, oh, no, he has no protection. He has no protection. He has no protection. Offensive line. Offensive line. That's all they're saying in the defense of Eli Manning now. I remember last year, it was, oh, he has to have a running game. Now they got Saquon Barkley. So now, before it was Eric Flowers. He's off the team. So now all they say, oh, the offensive line, the offensive line, offensive line. Yes, the offensive line is not great. The offensive line could be better. I admit that. But you have these pro people saying Eli Manning is not the answer. Like, as a Giants fan, which I'm obviously a huge Giants fan, what more do you need? What more evidence do you see? Since 2011, they're 43-60. No playoff wins. They haven't scored 30 points, and they scored 30 points once in 40 straight games. Since the start of last year, only the Cleveland Browns have a worse record. Eli Manning leads the league interceptions since 2013. Last week, they lost to the Falcons. They had 6 points in the fourth quarter against the Falcons, who had the 32nd worst defense in the league. There's tons and tons of stats, mostly the win-loss record, that shows Eli's not good. But people want to make every excuse in the book for him. I've had people tell me they blame the front office. I've had people even blame Odell Beckham. They blame the offensive line, of course, the defense, the special teams, receivers dropping passes, the coaches, the play calling. They blame everybody but the one guy who's been there the whole time since this abysmal stretch since 2011. It's frustrating as a Giants fan. Like, get over it. If you really, and I've said this many times on social media, if you want this old, stiff, immobile, sit and duck, non-dynamic, declining quarterback to lead the Giants the next few years with his young talented offense, like, why? What are you going to gain? So you honestly think that Eli Manning is going to lead the Giants to another Super Bowl? You say offensive line, so what, they have to build a force field? He did a 10 Mississippi count. Height, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7. Oh, here's a guy. That's what he needs to make to complete a pass, other than like a 5-yard dump off. Like, come on, the football is tough. Like, you're gonna get rushed, and especially nowadays when the game is extremely athletic. Like, what quarterback now is in the last several years comes in the league being a pocket passer that can't move as touted as he's going to be good? Every single top quarterback now has some ability. From Sam Darnold to Baker Mayfield to Lamar Jackson, of course, to even Carson Wentz. Who are the top quarterbacks been drafted recently? You should name it. They have some, even the top quarterbacks now, older guys have some ability. Rodgers can move around. Stafford's not a sit and duck. You know, quarterbacks have to be able to move and create plays because you're going to get rushed. You can't just want everything to be perfect. Oh, he needs 30 seconds, 5 deep receivers. The defense has to be a lockdown defense. Everything has to be on all cylinders all the time, and then maybe he can win you a game. And you keep running this dude to be quarterback? Like, come on. You need some, you need a dangerous, like Eli Manning has to be a defensive coordinator's best dream. Oh, he doesn't throw the ball deep. He can't move. He can't run. We could throw the whole playbook at him. As like Sterling Sharp said in the video before. Like, what way are you afraid of Eli Manning? And he has Odell Beckham. He has Sterling Shepard. He has Ingram. Saquon Barkley as a rookie champ of the league. He's had weapons. Even before them, he's had weapons. And all they do is lose every game and struggle every game. The Giants are always clawing and struggling and fighting to stay in games the last several years. I'm tired of it as a Giants fan. I'm tired of it. When do we ever blow a team out? When it's like, yo, our offense is nice, zip, zip, boom, 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 game. When does that ever happen with the Giants? Not in the last 6, 7 years, but people want to say, oh, he won a Super Bowl twice. Okay, that was a long time ago. So the Steelers should bring back Terry Bradshaw. Hey, you won us 4 Super Bowls in the 70s. Yo, let's go. The sports is a what have you done for me late now? What have you done for me lately? Or what are you doing for me now type business. I don't care that you won a Super Bowl 7 years ago. Who won a Super Bowl in 2010? Like, who knows? Is that quarterback still playing for that same team? If he sucked for forever? Like, get over it. Eli Manning is not the answer for the quarterback for the Giants. They're 1-6 now. Their best hope is to go 1-15 to draft somebody good, or hopefully a quarterback. Do you honestly, as a Giants fan, you got supporters, tell me you actually want next year for Eli Manning to be the starting quarterback for the Giants to play every game? That is your hope. You don't want to. Let's try something different. The last 7 years with Eli Manning as quarterback, we've sucked. Let's possibly try to be a quarterback. That's not even considering. You're not even considering that remotely. They've changed everything around him. Running backs, receivers, linemen, secondary, coaches, GMs, coordinators. Everything's changed around him. But he's been the only guy there these last years where they haven't won a playoff game. And you don't think maybe let's see something else? Like, come on. The Giants have a good offense. They should move the ball. They don't score touchdowns. Ever. I'm tired of watching games year after year after year when it's just a struggle to put points on the board and people want to blame the offensive line. Eric Flowers, he's gone now. Stop blaming the offensive line. He has time, mad plays. When he got sacked 4 or 5 times the other game, how many plays he didn't get sacked? Okay, he got hurried, let's say 12 times. That's like 30, 40 plays where he has time. It's not like every single play, it's like an avalanche from every single play. You know how many times I watch a game and he's duck down. Or as soon as there's an inkling of pressure, it's over. Good quarterbacks make you pay when you pressure them. Oh, you want to send a blitz? Or you want to run at me? Yo, I'm going to burn you. You got to be careful with that. That's what good quarterbacks do. And if people want to blame them Giants defense, they've gone against good quarterbacks. They've gone against Cam Newton, Carson Wentz, and Drew Brees. They did okay against. Good quarterbacks make defenses look bad. The defense never has a lead. The Giants defense, that is. Never. It's always trailing. It's always a struggle. 3 and out. They had like some stretch like a week ago with 15 straight 3 and outs. I guess the offensive line's fault. So anytime the offense doesn't perform, you blame the offensive line. It's never Eli Manning's fault. Even when he throws interceptions, it was a tip ball, this and that, he ran the wrong route. Or he fumbled, like, when does he ever get blamed? And it's years of this. It's not one game. And then what's going to happen is, like, he'll have a decent stretch of a game, and it's, see, I told you, look. Meanwhile, the Giants every year don't make the playoffs, lose every game, finish at the bottom of the NFC East. Struggle, and back again, the same starting quarterback. Next year, same starting quarterback. Next year, same starting quarterback. And people put numbers, he threw for this many yards. He did. Yo, score points and win games. That's your job. Dudes throwing check downs to Beckham and whatever, and now Barkley, and they run for mad yards. Come on. I'm tired of it. Like I'm like right now, honestly, I don't think we have any chance this year. So I think our best bet is to like lose out, draft a dope quarterback. I don't know who's going to be available next year. I've heard some names in college football, but somebody else under center. Like I don't care. I would rather than bench Eli now and start that guy they drafted, whatever his name is. Just let me see somebody else throwing passes for the Giants. What do we have to lose? What are they going to do? Lose games? That's what he's doing to Eli. Just something. Just give you a different face. Something else. Like, I can't deal with it no more. Now we play Washington next week. Who knows? It may be a good game. I could see somehow the Giants win. Eli plays well, and then all these Eli supposed to come to me. Oh look, see, oh the offensive line, oh they played well, and then all of a sudden the offensive line is good. So if Eli has a good game, if the offensive line was great, but they sucked, but somehow they just randomly showed up one game. And my point is, you're not going to have a force-filled offensive line around Eli the next few years. It's not going to happen. He's not going to get a 7 Mississippi count. He's going to have to be able to move and scramble. The quarterback for the Giants is going to have to be able to move and scramble and create plays and not be a sitting duck. That's NFL is now. That pocket passer, stationary quarterback is gone. That's not how you play quarterback no more in the league. The same with other sports have changed. The pocket passer quarterback is not a thing no more. And Eli was probably one of the last one of those. I guess Brady was a kind of pocket passer, but he has some, he can still kind of slither through the pocket. He's not a sitting duck like the way Eli is. And he's much more efficient. Granted, Eli beat him twice in Super Bowls, but that wasn't like Eli versus Brady. That was like the Giants' whole team beating the Patriots' whole team. But anyway, my whole point is, as I showed in the clips before, in my take, Eli's not the answer for the Giants. We need a new quarterback, and there's no harm going to come from getting a new quarterback. The Giants are not winning another Super Bowl with Eli Manning as a quarterback, and that's the whole point. It's not going to happen. He needs too many things to be on perfect cylinders, and the NFL doesn't work that way. Especially now. He's old, he's declining, he's immobile, his arm is weak, his passes don't have zip. There's no reason to think he's the answer. You got some diehard Eli supporters holding on. Oh, it's still Eli. Oh, I still believe in him. And they lose every game, and then you blame everybody else around him. Stop it. What does he have to do to get a blame? He has to, lose the game 3-0 and throw 10 interceptions. Then you be like, oh, that was Eli's fault? You can't read between the lines? If the quarterback is whacked, it brings the whole team down. He's the leader of the team. If your quarterback isn't a go-getter, let's do this, going all out, doing this thing, the team is not going to feed off of that, and the team is going to be bad. Especially when you have talent. It's not the Giants don't have players. But their leader is whack. I don't know what else to say it. How are you going to rally around Eli right now? Really? If you had some young go-getter quarterback, or not even young, just some quarterback who's moving the ball, scoring, not a sitting duck, it'll be different. But his time is done. He won 2 Super Bowls. Congratulations. That was a long time ago. It's done. Move on. Giants, get into the quarterback. That's my piece.